everyone, now we are going to start proportion. What is the meaning of proportion? If we have two ratios, A ratio B and C ratio D, if I say A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, then I will say these two ratios are in proportion. The sign of proportion is these four dots, and I will write like this. So if I am writing this A upon B is equal to C upon D, if I do cross multiply, so the relation between these terms will be AD equal to BC. And one more thing I just want to explain to you, if we have A upon B is equal to C upon D, in other words, the ratio A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D. So look at here, A will be first term, B will be second term, C is called third term, and D is called fourth term. Here A and D are called extremes and B and C are called means. So you can see product of extreme is equal to product of means. So A upon B is equal to C upon D. In other words, A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D. So the result will be product of extreme will equal to product of means. Now we will study continued proportion. If we have A ratio B is equal to B upon C, then I will say these two ratio A ratio B and B ratio C is in continued proportion. Why these two are continued? You can see the continuation over here. The denominator of first ratio will equal to numerator of the second ratio, and this chain will show A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to C upon D, and so on. We will say all these ratios are in continued proportion. So if we have two ratio A upon B is equal to B upon C are in continued proportion, and we do cross multiply, so we are getting B square is equal to AC and B is equal to under root AC. So B is equal to under root AC, and here B is mean proportional between A and C. One more thing I just want to discuss with you, if it is writing over there, it is given in the question A, B, C are in continued proportion, the meaning of this is A upon B is equal to B upon C. So please pay attention over here. This is called first proportion, this is called second proportion, and it is called third proportion. So whenever it is written there A, B, C is in continued proportion, we will write A upon B is equal to B upon C, where B is called mean proportion, A is called first proportion, and C is called third proportional. Where earlier I have explained to you, if A ratio B and C ratio D are in proportion, so A upon B is equal to C upon D. So this is called first proportion, that is first term. B is called second proportion, called second term. C is called third proportion, that is third term, and D is called fourth proportion, that is called fourth term. So you should not be confused in these two. Okay, you can see the question over here. Find fourth proportional to number 3a, 6a square twice ab square. Let fourth proportional of these three be x. So how we will write this? Because it is mentioned over there we need to find fourth proportional, and three different proportions are given to you. So 6a, sorry, 3a upon 6a square is equal to twice ab square upon x. So if we do simplify, 3 to the 6, and it will go there, cross multiply, we are doing the cross multiply, x is equal to 2 to the 4, 4a square b square will be fourth proportional to 3a, 6a square and twice ab square. Please pay attention, this question, we need to find fourth proportional. Whenever it is asked that fourth proportional, then three terms must be given to you. Let us come to the next question. Now read this question. Find the third proportional to a minus b and a square minus b square. Whenever it is given there, you need to get third proportional, and two numbers or two proportions are given to you. So it is obvious that these numbers are in continued proportion. So what I am going to do is this: let the third proportional be x. So how we will write, how we will solve this question, please pay attention. A minus b upon a square minus b square is equal to a square minus b square upon x. So mind it, whenever we have to find the third proportional and two proportionals are given to you, so including third proportional, these three number will be in continued proportion. And I have already explained to you, if a, b, c are in continued proportion, then a upon b will equal to b upon c. Please remember that. So now we can simplify here. X is equal to a square minus b square, a square minus b square upon a minus b. We will simplify first factor, I'm sorry. So we can write here a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square upon a minus b. We will cancel out, and the answer is a plus b into a square minus b square. I think it is clear. Now look at the question. We have to find the mean proportion between 6 plus 3 root 3 and 8 minus 4 root 3. So I have already explained to you, if a upon b is equal to b upon c will give b square is equal to ac and b is equal to under root ac. So here b is mean proportion between a and c. So what I am doing here, let us, it is a and this is c, and b is the mean proportion of ac. So to get the mean proportion, b will equal to under root 6 plus 3 root 3 into 8 minus 4 root 3. Now we will multiply and simplify, and whatever answer is coming to you, this will be your answer. So when you simplify, you will be getting under root 12, and under root 12 can be written as 2 under root 3. So the mean proportion between these two numbers is 2 under root 3. Now let us discuss the important properties of proportion. If we have uh, four quantities A, B, C and D, and these four quantities form a proportion. So what is the meaning of invertendo? Since we have A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, so it can be written as A upon B is equal to C upon D, or we can write, we can interchange over here, invertendo. We can write here B upon A is equal to D upon C, invertendo. So it will give B ratio A will equal to D ratio C. This result is clear to you. We have now let us see alternando. If we have A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, so we can write this A upon B is equal to C upon D. So if we do cross multiply, A into D is equal to B into C, or I can take C over here, D over there. So A upon C is equal to B upon D. So the ratio will be here now, A ratio C is equal to B ratio D. In other words, if I am having A upon B, this is A upon B is equal to C upon D. If I am interchanging the place of B and C, so this method is called alternando. So take C over here and B over there. So this result, same result you are getting over here. Now let us discuss componendo. We have A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. So I can write this A upon B is equal to C upon D. So to get componendo, you have to add 1 on both the sides, and once we simplify this, we are getting A plus B upon B will equal to C plus D upon D. Whenever we have to apply componendo, we will add 1 on both the ratios or both the sides. Okay, I think this is very much clear to you. And if we talk about the dividendo, A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. So we will write A upon B is equal to C upon D, and here we will subtract 1 both the side, then simplify. So we are getting A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D. So these are two componendo and dividendo. In componendo we have to add 1 both the side, in dividendo we have to subtract 1 on both the side. Now if we are applying componendo dividendo both together, so we have A upon B is equal to C upon D. So this is called numerator and this is called denominator. So your after applying componendo dividendo, your term will be numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator is equal to, same here, C plus D, C minus D, and this is called componendo and dividendo. If we are applying componendo and dividendo in this ratio, the result will be A plus B upon A minus B is equal to C plus D upon C minus D. Let me recall you one more time. If we have A upon B is equal to C upon D, it is given to you. Two ratios are in proportion. First part will be B upon A is equal to D upon C. It will come by invertendo. Second part, A upon C is equal to B upon D. It will come by applying alternando. And A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D. This we are getting by applying componendo and A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D by dividendo, applying dividendo, and we apply both the componendo dividendo, it will be A plus B upon A minus B is equal to C plus D upon C minus D by componendo and dividendo. So this is called basic concept of ratio and proportion. The problem based on this invertendo, alternando, componendo I am going to take. Now look at this question. It is given to us 8x plus 13y upon 8x minus 13y is equal to 9 upon 7. We have to find x ratio y. So if we have, I am doing with method 1 and method 2, I am applying two method over here. In method 1, 8x plus 13y upon 8x minus 13y is equal to 9 upon 7. Do cross multiply and simplify this, and you will be getting 16x is equal to 208y once you simplify this, and x upon y will equal to 208 upon 16. Your answer will be 13:1. And in another method you can see this is a plus b upon a minus d. We can see numerator and denominator, read carefully. A plus b upon a minus b is equal to 9 upon 7. So whenever we have such question, 8x plus 13y upon 8x minus 13y is equal to 9 upon 7, on applying componendo and dividendo. So componendo dividendo says numerator upon numerator plus denominator, 8x plus 13y numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator. Same apply over here on right hand side, numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator, and you will see you are going to cancel out this. This will be 16x upon 26y is equal to 16 upon 2. We can cancel out, and finally this is 13. Finally x upon y will equal to 13 upon 1. So you have learned how to use componendo, dividendo, alternando, and how to get the ratio x is to y by cross multiplication method and by using properties of componendo and dividendo or properties of proportion. So this way you can solve your exercise and the topic ratio and proportion complete over here. So I hope it is very much clear to you, and keep watching your video, your channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.